Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to do another get ready with me. So basically I'm just gonna kind of chat with you while I do my makeup. So I hope that you will grab a cup of coffee, a drink, some tea, snack, whatever, and just kind of sit back and hang out with me. This makeup look is certainly not anything revolutionary. It was just sort of a fun thing that I wanted to try. So if you want to see this look and get ready with me and chat a little bit, then just keep on watching. So obviously I've primed my eyes and I put some tape just because I wanted to kind of keep the lines a little bit cleaner. I can be a little messy sometimes, so I just thought I'd do that. Which, you know, you don't really need to, especially if you're gonna, go in with concealer and everything afterwards, because I'm definitely gonna do my eyes first just in case there's a little bit of a mess. I think I'm gonna go for a yellow eye today. I think that would be fun. I've been wanting to do that. I've been wanting to play with my sugar pill. What is it, butter cupcake maybe? I don't know. It's this one right here, obviously. I'm gonna have to like put down below what it's called, because again, I don't totally remember what these are called, and they're, in this palette. So I will put down below what it's called. And I know that I used these shadows in my last Get Ready With Me, but I still haven't like used all of them in videos, so please forgive me. But I do really want to use yellow today. I wanted to do like a totally yellow eye, at least on top. I don't know what I'll do on the lower lash line. We'll see. But I have a new pigment that I got, sort of thinking that I wanted to do this yellow eye. So I'm very excited about it. Okay, so this pigment is also from Sugar Pill. You can't really see it, sort of washed out, but they have really good pigments. I have a bunch of their pigments. I think that I saw that this was going to be discontinued by Sugar Pill, which is really a bummer, but so I thought I would get it because of that. So this is in the shade High Vis, and it's just really, really fun. Let me see. Yeah, you can kind of see a little bit better that way. So I thought that that could be, oh my God, so beautiful. I don't know if you can really like see that or if it's being washed out. It's a yellow pigment, but it's got like yellow glitter. Oh. So I was thinking that I would do, yellow and then put that like, make it sort of like a, I'm not totally sure. I'm saying what I want to do, but I really have no idea. So what I'm trying to decide though is if I want to go in with another shade before I go in with the yellow, maybe go in with this shade here that I've used already. I've also got this orange shade called Flame Point. It's a really fun orange, but I don't think I want to do yellow and orange. So I think I'm going to go right in with the yellow. And then if I feel like I need a little bit of something, then I can kind of put that above that. So, all right, we're just going to jump in. And I didn't set my primer because I've heard a lot of people saying, particularly Rocio, and I talked about her in my last video. She's amazing. She has, oh my God, the most amazing skills. And she talked about one time how, if you set your primer, it softens the shadows a little bit, so that's fine if that's what you want to do, and it certainly helps them blend easier. But if you're talking about going in with bright colors like this, it's, you're not going to get the full punch of color. So I'm going to try that today. So I didn't set my base at all. I just primed, and I'm just going to go right in. I'm a little bit like nervous about this. I don't know why, but I am. So I'm just going to get a ton on my brush. Tap it off a little bit, but I'm not too worried because I haven't done anything on my face yet. So I'm gonna kind of press it in. Oh, it's so vibrant and beautiful, but yellow's so in right now, and I don't really even have any yellow clothes, but I thought a yellow eye would be really fun. And I thought it would look really nice with denim like this. So I thought that that would work well. So I'm just going to put this all through my crease, and I don't know yet if I want to like put this pigment all over the lid. We'll just have to see what happens. I'm not really sure what I want to do. If I want to sort of make it a little bit of like a halo eye with the yellow, but I don't know. I mean, I'm putting it all through my crease, so you can see how vibrant that is. And it blends really easily, even though I didn't set that primer at all. I'm going to kind of go back and forth so that I can kind of keep these as even as possible. So I don't know what we're going to talk about today. Sometimes it's hard to sit down for these Get Ready With Me's, and I want to tell you what I'm doing with my makeup, but I also want to just chat with you because I don't want it to be boring, but it can be hard to just talk about something. Like, I have to like think about what I want to talk about. I mean, sometimes it's easy to ramble. I mean, the reality is when you're a stay-at-home mom like I am, you don't talk to adults like most of the day, a lot of the time, unless you do like play dates and things. So sometimes as soon as you start talking to an adult, you're like, you can't stop talking. Not that I'm talking to an adult right now, I'm talking to a camera, but I like to think that I'm talking to all of you, so. I love how easily this blends. Like, I'm not working hard to blend this, and it doesn't, you know, the lines are not harsh. They're really not. I think maybe that's enough for now. And I think that maybe I will just keep it yellow. I don't know. I don't know that I want to add anything else to that. So maybe I'll add something else to the lower lash line just to kind of change it up. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But I think that I'm just going to take the pigment and put it all over the lid. I'm going to keep it pretty simple. You know, sometimes the looks don't have to be like super complicated, I feel like. You know, sometimes you just feel like, oh, I need to add that shadow and that shadow and that shadow and that shadow and like really make it like super complicated and whatever. And sometimes like the simplest looks can be the prettiest. And by the way, everything that I use is going to be in the description box. So if I don't mention it, I will try to mention certain things, but I'll put everything down below. But I'm going to use the NYX glitter glue. I've been trying this out because I haven't repurchased my Too Faced one yet. And I'm trying to decide if I like this one as much as the Too Faced. So far, I'm not really thinking that I am. I also have the NYX pigment primer. This one just doesn't get super sticky. I don't really know what the difference is supposed to be with these, but this one just doesn't get sticky enough for my taste. The glitter glue gets a little more sticky, but I don't know, I'm still not sure if I like it as much as the Too Faced one. I might have to repurchase the Too Faced to really be able to tell if I like it, you know, how I like it, and just like try one on one eye, one on the other eye. Actually, that could be a fun video. That could be a fun video. Would you like to see that? Let me know. Comment below if you'd like to see sort of a showdown between those two, because I feel like that would be the best test, to use one on one eye, one on the other eye, and then see by the end of the day how they've held up, you know, like, because for me, it's not just about it's sticking to the base and, you know, not having all the fallout. That's part of it, but also because I have hooded eyes like I do, I very often will get that transfer up at the top, and I don't always want that. The other thing is, I kind of feel like maybe I'll put a little bit of a white base on my lid first before I put on the glitter glue, because I think that maybe that will make this pop a little bit more. I guess you could use a concealer too, but I think that white is really gonna make this pop. So should we talk about more TV shows? I'm telling you, I don't know what it is. I feel like this is like a good place to talk about TV shows. I'm not sure why I feel that way, but what's another show? So, oh, I've been really into Handmaid's Tale. I don't want to give anything away, but when I post this, it's probably will have been a couple weeks after, maybe just a week. I don't know. We'll see, but it won't be, you know, I'll be a little behind in what I'm talking about right now. Got a little bit of that. My lashes, oh well. So that show, like, I feel like it keeps getting better and better, like just as a general thing. I really do feel like it's amazing. Like, I do think that at a certain point, I was saying this to my husband when we finished watching the episode the other night, I kind of feel like at a certain point, it's gonna reach a peak and then they need to like start planning on ending it. Like some of these shows, they just wanna keep it going. They wanna keep making money. I get it, you know, and people love the show, but it'd be better if they were like thinking about the story and thinking about ending on a good note, because some shows just take it too far. And then by the time they're in their last couple seasons, it's just, you know, it's just not good anymore. So, you know, it'd be better if they, you know, like certain shows like 6 Feet Under, if you ever saw that, that's an amazing show. You know, Breaking Bad, like some of these shows, they purposely didn't take them too far. They purposely ended them, you know, in shorter amount of seasons. Like they're both actually 5 seasons. Shows can only last so long, you know, some of these stories, they can't take it too far. But this last episode, I mean, every episode, like, you know, that one episode ended with the bombing at the end. Like, you're watching that episode. It was so funny. We were watching that episode, and I was thinking to myself, you know, this is a little bit boring. Like, the last couple episodes have just been so, oh my God. And then now this episode is just kind of like, you know, I mean, you know, they had to kind of calm it down at a certain point and not be, you know, like, whoa, every single episode. And then it ends with the bombing, and I'm just like, okay. Like this season has been that way. Like every episode, there's like some huge like thing that happens and you're like, whoa, like this last episode, you know, Offred and Serena, you know, were sort of teaming up and then they got, you know, they sort of got caught and then he, you know, was beating Serena and it was just like, oh my God. Really awful, but like, wow. Also, wow. All right, I'm gonna go with this pigment. I'm super excited. I'm so excited. Like, I don't know how much I'm gonna use a yellow pigment like this, but I thought it was so pretty. I really wanted to use it. I mean, it's like a pigment, but it's also like got glitter in it too, so it's really cool. Very cool. I'm not wetting my brush either because I don't think you need to with something like this. Can we take a moment? I think we need a moment of silence for this. Is this making you feel things the way that it's making me feel things? I never thought I would be this excited about a yellow eye and like a yellow pigment. It's beautiful. It's just so beautiful. I mean, it's gonna look even more beautiful when all the rest of my makeup is on and it's all done. Cause like right now, obviously like the rest of my face is so bare that it's kind of like, I don't know about you, but I think this is beautiful. So I don't know if they still have this or if it's sold out and then like, I think it's, you know, being discontinued. That was partly why I wanted to get it. But if they still have it, I will link it down below. And if you want to try it, I got it from Beautylish. I don't know if you've tried Beautylish before, but they're amazing. I love buying from them. I mean, I wish they were on Ebates, but besides that, their customer service is amazing. So they have a lot of great brands and their shipping is so fast. And so that's one thing, but also like when it comes, the package is so beautiful. It's so beautifully packaged. Like I've just been so impressed with them. I really like their customer service and their shipping and everything. I think it's really, really good. So I like buying from them and they have a lot of Sugar Pill products. And they're actually like different tones of yellow too, which is kind of cool. Like they're not exactly the same, which I like. I like that they're not exactly the same. So I'm gonna be careful, but I'm gonna kind of just smooth over those edges a little bit. And I may go in and deepen out a corner or something. I don't know, I may just leave it like this. We're gonna kind of see how it goes. Anyway though, if you haven't seen The Handmaid's Tale, I really would highly, highly recommend it. It's a really well done show, honestly. It's just, the acting is amazing and the story is really interesting. It's a little scary because it's not that far-fetched, or at least parts of it are not. So we'll move on to my face and then we'll go back to the eyes in a little bit and then decide what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna prime. I'm gonna use this little primer. I really wanna try the Too Faced Peach foundation. Let me know if you've tried it. I'm having like weird things with my skin right now. I can't really figure out my skin. Like I used to always be comboed oily. And then, you know, when I got pregnant and when I had my daughter, like my skin kind of got like normal. Like during the pregnancy, my skin was normal. And then afterwards it was a little bit. And then, you know, as I, like later on in the year while I was nursing, because I nursed for her first year and just like slightly afterwards, then I was like, okay, my skin is like, you know, a little more dry because it was really like a dry winter. And then, you know, it seemed like I was getting some oil back. So I was like, okay, I guess my skin is like back to normal, like normal as in like normal for me, like, you know, combo to oily. But now, I mean, I feel like I'm maybe just combo. Like, I don't know. It's like sometimes I feel like I just look dry. Sometimes I feel like I do have some oil coming through. It's so frustrating that I can't figure out my skin. I don't know what it's doing. It's just been a confusing thing. But I will say that this foundation, this CoverGirl one, I've been really enjoying because I feel like it works well no matter what's going on with my skin. There are some foundations that I'm kind of unsure about, and it's just been like a weird skin thing. Although I will say, we'll see how this goes, but I think I need to get a little bit of a darker shade of this. It's so weird. I never get tan in the summertime. But because I have a toddler and we go outside a lot, like because she needs to be outside, I have gotten more color just sort of naturally. So I don't know if you can tell because I'm usually pretty fair. I think that some of my foundations are a little bit light for me right now. The Flower Beauty one works okay because it's a little more yellowish of a tone to it. But I think this one might be a little too light for me. We'll see how it looks. But I might need to get a darker shade of this for the summer because it's like so weird. I've been so much more like tan than usual. It's very strange. And I totally forgot to wet my sponge. Good times, good times. So I'm gonna go do that. I'll be right back. You know, it's maybe slightly light. Yeah, it is a little bit light for me right now. I think that, you know, it's such an inexpensive foundation. Like, I don't mind really getting it in a darker shade, you know, to use through the summer. Because I really do like this foundation quite a bit. It's definitely making me look a little pale. That's so weird. I never get tan. But I do have a little bit of color, so I think this is just looking a little bit pale on me. How about that? So I wanted to talk a little bit also about, you know, I did recently a collab video and I was so excited about it. And I was talking to one of my, I'd like to say my friend, where I think we chat a little bit, you know, back and forth here on YouTube. So if you're watching, Paulina, hi. She has an amazing channel. I'll link her down below if you want to check her out. She's from Sweden and I think she's just awesome. She's really, really sweet. She does amazing makeup looks and she really inspires me, you know, with color, and she's just really sweet. And we were talking back and forth, you know, because I did this collab with Katie Marie, which if you haven't seen that video, I'll link it up above for you, but it was so much fun. And it was so nice of her. Like, she asked me to do the collab. I had this idea for a video, which I think was a pretty good idea. Obviously, she agreed with me. It was just so nice of her to ask to do the video with me because, you know, she's got like 4,000 subscribers, something like that. You know, when I wrote to her, it was never like, oh, I have this great idea for a video. Do you want to do it with me? Like, that was never really my intention. You know, she gave me a great idea. So I was kind of like thanking her for the good idea. Feel free to do this video idea if you like it too, because I mean, she gave me the idea. And then she asked me to do the collab with her, which was so, so nice because, like I said, she has like 4,000 subscribers. At the time, I had less than 300. Now I have more because I, you know, gained some after that video, which is awesome. And that's the thing. I mean, a lot of times when people do collabs, I mean, they'll do them with their friends, you know, which is great too. You know, they'll do collabs together to kind of help, you know, support each other's channels because, you know, it's such a big pool of people, you know, and it's sometimes very, very hard to find people, especially small YouTubers. Like, you know, the ones that are going to get suggested on YouTube are, you know, the ones that are bigger. And if you're a small channel like me, or even like Katie, or even like Paulina, like a smaller channels, like we're not going to be suggested to you, you know, if you're searching for videos. It can be really hard to find some of those channels, even if you're looking for it. The reality is the bigger YouTubers just don't shout people out. They just don't. And it's a shame. I wish that they did because, like I had said to Paulina, it doesn't cost you anything to shout someone out. I mean, doing a collab with someone, that's amazing. And that meant so much to me from Katie, and it still does. But even if she had just done that video and in the video said, you know, oh, Julie Aronson gave me this idea for a video. You should go check her out. You know, she obviously had a really good idea and she's a good channel, whatever. Like, that would have been amazing on its own. It helps some of us so much because it's not like people don't want to watch me. It's just sometimes they can't find me. You know, it's just hard to, you know, if you don't know who you're looking for, you know, and it's so hard to be noticed as a small channel. And so sometimes the shout outs make such a big difference. And it can be hard because sometimes people just don't really want to branch out. They don't want to find new channels and they're just not really interested. You know, I'm not going to name any names and I don't mean this as like a negative thing. Some of these YouTubers that I like to watch that are bigger, you know, even than Katie, you know, watched her video, the collab with me. And, you know, Katie said in the video that, you know, I had come up with this idea and, you know, she totally credited me and said to go watch my video. Some of these YouTubers that I really like, I watch them, they commented and said like, oh, that's such a great idea for a video, love it. But none of them came and checked out my channel. And I mean, I don't take it as like an insult. Like I get it, you know, I mean, there's a lot of people, I'm sure all watch a lot of people and they've got their friends, but you know, I wish that they would have checked out my video. you know, I wish that they would have checked out my channel. I mean, it was my idea, you know. You know, they could have come to my channel and said, you know, oh, great video, great idea. And then they don't have to watch anything else ever again. But, you know, it did kind of bum me out a little bit because they're people that I respect and I enjoy watching and I support them. And none of them really, you know, came over to my channel. So it is what it is. But maybe they did, maybe they just didn't comment. But, you know, they commented on hers, obviously. So anyway, it's just one of those things. But it is just very, very hard to, you know, to be seen, you know, in such a big, you know, overly saturated platform like YouTube is. So you can see it's already transferring up, which is okay. I don't like totally mind that. You know, that does happen. So I'm just wondering if the Too Faced one will prevent that, because I feel like it did. It's been a while since I've used it, but I feel like it did. So I don't know. We'll just have to see. Anyway, you know, it's tough because I mean, I'm doing this because it's a hobby and it's something, you know, just for me, you know, but obviously I want people to watch. I want to get, you know, noticed on here. I mean, you know, I don't want to like do it and have nobody watch, obviously, but it's really hard. You know, it's hard to just totally do it on your own. You know, you have to have people find you, and, you know, social media helps, but people, you know, shouting you out, you know, that does help too. And, you know, I've never been the type to, you know, comment on people's videos and say, hey, check out my video. Because I know, at least for me, whenever I get those kind of comments on my videos, I don't want that either. Like, I want someone to watch me genuinely, not because I've told them to, or because, you know, I've like guilted them into it by saying like, oh, I subscribe to you, why don't you watch me? You know, sometimes something as simple as, you know, somebody in their video saying like, hey, I've been watching this channel, or this, you know, this one channel is really cool, you should check it out, you know, I'll link them down below. Sometimes that does more, you know, it's like one of those pay it forward type of things, you know, it's like, it means so much to somebody. Obviously, like, Pauline is bigger than I am, Katie's bigger than I am, but I still feel like, you know, maybe some of my followers don't know them, and then they can discover them too, you know, and it's just, it doesn't cost me anything, you know, and it's just a nice thing to do. So I wish more people would do it, especially big YouTubers, like, and I mean big like millions, but I also mean big like in the tens thousands and the hundred thousands, you know. I mean, they're, you know, they're big enough that they've got a big group of followers, and if they were to shout out someone who's much smaller, you know, that helps so much, and that means so, so much. So just a little bit of something for you to think about. I think I want to keep this like monochromatic. I think I do. So I think I'm just going to put that yellow on the lower lash line. I'm not going to add any eyeliner to the top. I just want that yellow to pop. That's really all I want. I'm kind of loving it. I'm kind of into it. What do you think? Do you like yellow eyeshadow? I like it. I would totally wear this again. I really would. What do I want to do for the lips though? That's the question. I think that I want to do, I wore this Fenty gloss last night when I went out with my husband on a date. I loved the way that this looks. I'm very excited about this. I just got this. I talked about that in a little mini haul on my Instagram story, so make sure and follow me on Instagram if you don't already. But I actually put this on top of a lip liner just to make it pop a little bit more, because I didn't want to put it on top of a lipstick, because it is kind of like a thick gloss. Like, you can totally wear it on its own. It's nice like that. But I just feel like because my lips are, I mean, they're pigmented, but they're not like crazy pigmented. I just felt like putting it on top of a lip liner was really nice. It made it just sort of stand out a little bit more, but it wasn't like a thick lipstick. So I'm going to use this MAC pencil in Dervish, but any nude, you know, lip liner kind of thing would look really nice. And I just filled in my lips all the way. It just makes your lips look so juicy and like reflective. It's just a beautiful gloss. I really like it. See that? This is the only thing that I have from Fenty, but it smells really good. I think it's beautiful. And see, on top of that lip liner, it has a little more color underneath, but you still just see the gloss really nicely. Look at how pretty that is. I really This is gonna get me into gloss. This is gonna do it, this one. The other thing that I wanna do before we're done, and this is just for fun, there's no really like, I don't need to do this, but I wanna put some highlighter on my shoulders because I've been doing that when I wear sleeveless. I think it's really fun. So I'm totally gonna do that. I'm gonna use this little What's Up from Benefit. It's in my project pan, so I've been trying to use it, and that helps a lot. I'm not gonna show you my progress, but I'm just gonna draw a bit on, and then I'll blend it in. You know, I'll also put some on my collarbone, which I don't need to because this, you can't see that here, but I like to do that. And I did not put anything on the inner corners, so I'm gonna do that too. But you know what I think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna add the Kat Von D Thunderstruck. That is what I'm gonna add to the inner corners. That always looks really pretty. Oh yeah, see? Yeah. All right, everyone. So we are done with this Get Ready With Me. I hope that you enjoyed that. This was really fun to just play with something different that I haven't really done before. I've never done a yellow eye like this before, but I am really enjoying it. I think it's great for the season, and certainly with yellow being pretty on trend right now, I like it. I'm feeling it. But I hope you enjoyed just kind of hanging out and chatting with me. Definitely let me know in the comments, you know, some of your thoughts about some of the things that I talked about, or just how you feel about the makeup in general. I hope that you really like this look as much as I do. Let me know if there's anything you'd like to see in another Get Ready With Me, whether, you know, it's playing with a certain makeup product, palette, or otherwise, or if there's a certain topic that you want me to talk about, definitely let me know that as well. If you like this video, please make sure and give it a big thumbs up. That really does help out my channel so much. If you are not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. I would so love to have you stick around, and I really hope to see you next time. Bye.